Hello, iCrossShop subscribers. It is my pleasure today to introduce with you one of our most prestigious presenter and lecturer, Uri. Uri spent most of his career in senior management consulting position, including the global partner with a consulting firm Accenture in South Africa, vice president with Oracle Corporations in the USA, and a senior vice president with PricewaterhouseCoopers in Canada. In these roles, Uri worked directly with the CEOs and other C-level executives of large corporations such as Nissan, Volkswagen, and Caterpillar to provide strategic planning support and implementation of operational improvements. Uri's experience also includes selling and directing large ERP implementations with budget up to 50 million and staff up to 300 project team members. In the past 5 years, Uri shifted gradually from active consulting to advising, mentoring, coaching, and educating on topics such as leadership, organizational transformation, project management, and personal development. Uri formed the Will to Change Inc. as a framework to delivering these services to his client. More recently, Uri developed the science-based willpower program under the brand name Shift, which will be the topic of our interview with Uri today. Uri had also delivered the willpower program many times since April of 2014 with excellent reviews from a wide variety of audience. Uri has earned his Master of Science in Biomedical Engineering and his MBA in South Africa. He is married and has 3 daughters and 6 grandchildren. He loves to travel to special destinations such as Okavango Delta and Masai Mara in Africa, Machu Picchu and Cusco in Peru, and Mount Koya in Japan. He is also a keen photographer and a regular half-marathon runner in the Scotiabank race. Welcome, Uri.
Thank you.
Thank you.
It's a pleasure to be here, and I'm glad to be doing this interview with you, Woody.
Wonderful, wonderful. So let's get into the interview portion. I really like to ask you a few questions and see if you can share some of your wisdom and life experience with some of our audience, mainly in the age of our group, between the 20 to the 40s. Okay. So the first question, it's actually a question to myself as well. As an international student, even though I have lived in Canada for over 6 years, I sometimes still feel very nervous when facing the hiring manager, which in most of the case doesn't know how to smile, right? How can I boost my confidence so that I can do better and get an offer?
That's a very, very good question, and I understand exactly how you feel because I felt the same way many times. And here I'd like to offer a technique that's been advocated by Professor Amy Cuddy. She's a professor at Harvard School of Business. And what she did is she took 2 groups of students. The first group, she asked them for 2 minutes to take a high power pose, just like this, spreading out and making themselves feel big. The second group, she asked to take a low power pose also for 2 minutes, like making themselves small and kind of curling in and so on. And then after those 2 minutes, she took those 2 groups of students into a mock job interview setup. She had a panel of 3 interviewers, and she gave the panel the instructions: please look as stern as you can, don't give any smiles, any favorable body language cues, just maintain a intimidating poker face, if you like.
Yes.
And then they videotaped those interviews. And after the interviews, she asked the panel to look at the videos again and select the candidates that they would ideally like to hire. With absolutely no exception at all. These interview panels selected completely and only those people that took the high power pose and did not select even one of the people that took the low power pose. And what Professor Cuddy actually attributes this to is the high power pose. For 2 minutes only, it increases the level of the dominance hormone called testosterone in our blood and also in our brain, and it decreases the level of the cortisol hormone, which is the stress hormone. So with those 2 minutes, it makes you feel more powerful, more confident, less stressed out, and that directly contributed to the outcome of those interviews. So my recommendation to you is, before any important meeting, before any interview, before any situation where you think the outcome will be very meaningful and important for you, just 2 minutes. Go into some closed space, in your car, even in the toilet stool. Just make yourself feel big for 2 minutes and then walk into that situation, and your outcome, positive outcome, is guaranteed.
Wow, that's wonderful, and it's such a simple tips.
Completely.
Yeah, I probably will see a lot of people then line up and all do this before their interview, but can't wait in their lines. But
Yes,
that's a wonderful tips.
Yes, absolutely.
Wonderful. Yeah, thank you. So in this case, my manager is just 3 years older than me. So a very young professional, but he's so energetic, and he has finished multiple destinations like the CPA, CMAs, and everything through his work, and also even though his work keeps him very busy, right? Sometimes I think that he really don't need to sleep. So how can I become a successful person like him? How can I gain these energies so that I can perform better at work, and in the meantime still have the willingness to study after I finish my work? Because this is a common question that as actually me and my aging group still have. Some of them have families, some of them don't. But we find it very difficult to keep up after we finish one day's very exhausting works. What's the tip for that?
Absolutely. So a technique that we recommend within our willpower workshop is one of adopting mindfulness meditation practice. Mindfulness meditation is the art of being present in this moment without judgment, just accepting it with curiosity, with openness, and just experiencing the now for what it is. And researchers found that there are so many benefits to this practice, including improved resilience, improved confidence, ability to concentrate better, and many more. And in fact, mindfulness meditation has been introduced in the West about 40 years ago or so by Professor John Kabat-Zinn out of MIT. And he started it, but of course the origins of mindfulness meditation are from the Buddhist wisdom tradition, and it existed for at least 2,000 years. But he popularized it out here in the West, and in the last 10 years or so it really became very, very popular. It's everywhere. It's being taught to school kids in US schools. It's being taught throughout North America in more than 700 hospitals. So it's really being popularized. And all you have to do to practice mindfulness meditation is basically make a commitment with complete self-discipline, 30 minutes every single day. You can do it first thing in the morning as you wake up, or last thing at night before you retire to bed. 30 minutes a day, and after about 8 weeks of practicing it, you'll start feeling slowly that you are more confident, better ability to concentrate, more resilience, and so on. I would recommend 2 free programs that you can find online where you can access mindfulness meditation programs. The first is from Professor John Kabat-Zinn himself, and the other one is from University of California at Los Angeles, UCLA, and I will provide you those details, the URLs, so you can share with your audience and they can access those free programs.
Wonderful, thank you so much. And it seems that as long as we spend the 30 minutes of the day, we're able to harness the energy, and then after progressing a few weeks, we're able to do so, and then probably compete in a higher level. That's a wonderful topic, and then we definitely want to dig into it. Now, Uri, my last question, and it's probably in the interest of any friends working for a consulting firm, accounting firm. You know, it's extremely hard to compete in a professional level with a colleague, especially you are in firm environment, because everybody have this competitive nature, right? But how are you able to make it to the top as a global partner and also a vice president in Oracle and another partner in PwC in Canada? You must have some secret. Can you share with us, please?
Of course, but I don't think it's a big secret. So in my 30s, my early 30s, when I started my career, I did not know the term customer centricity, that in recent years has become a cornerstone in all marketing strategies. But at the time, I just knew instinctively that that is what I have to do. I have to take my clients into the forefront of my focus in my career and dedicate all my energies and resources to making sure that A, I understand the pains of my clients at an organizational level as well as individual level, the people I worked with, get to know their operations, sometimes even better than they knew their operations themselves, and help bring real value that they can measure and they can feel that it's really helping them solve the problems.
Mm-hmm.
And in that, I would spend Saturdays and Sundays and work very tirelessly to find those solutions that could help my clients become better clients.
Mm-hmm.
And I think after a while, the client people got the value that they were expecting and more.
Mm-hmm.
And my managing partners at Accenture also recognized that I'm bringing value to the firm itself as well, and gradually recognized and awarded it more and more and more, and that's how I was able to be promoted and rise to a partner level within Accenture.
Wow, that's a wonderful story. See, this is a perfect example of telling you the hardworking by the end of the day get paid. So I know that you are actually designing and distributing this wonderful program called Shift. And it's designed in the way that it can help a lot of young professionals like myself and my friends here. Can you tell us a little bit more about this program and then tell us how can it help us and why we should attend?
Absolutely. So if you are trying to make a meaningful change in your life, if you're trying to achieve something of substance, if you're trying, for example, to overcome a bad habit that you want to kill, so to speak, or adopt a new habit, and if you generally want to pursue a longer term goal, such a career goal or business goal or educational goal, this program is for you. We have been studying the science of willpower and the science of success for over about 1.5 years now. We've read scores and scores, tens of scientific papers on the topics of willpower and success. And we've synthesized all that science that we read into 9 very simple but highly effective, what we call interventions, that's actually what the scientists call them, that will help you to achieve these goals that I spoke about, overcome your habits that are undesirable or achieve your longer term goals. And in the workshop, we go through each one of those interventions. I explain in great detail what the science behind them is, what the underlying science, and then we get a chance to practice those interventions in class, in small groups or individually. The class itself is limited to 20 people maximum, so each one will get personal attention. And we will get also homework and a participant's manual with all the details in it, exercise sheets, homework sheets, intervention sheets. So there is a lot of value that we packed into our program. It will take place on 4 Thursdays from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. starting with from February 26, 2015 and ending on Thursday, March 19. 2015, and it will be held at the Edith Vale Community Center in North York on 131 Finch Avenue West. And I really am looking forward to meeting you and seeing you there and guiding you through our very, very effective and powerful workshop.
Wow, that's wonderful. I'm really looking forward to this workshop because I don't know about you. If you're a professional who just joined work or a student who is looking forward to working in a professional environment, if you had the chance to work closely and even meeting Yu Wuri on a from time to time basis, I will grab this opportunity because not only he's very prestigious in his career and really working hard towards the top, he also have a heart who is willing to share, and then we can definitely learn a lot from Wuri. So Wuri, thanks a lot for having this interview, and then we congratulate for you and your program to be a huge success.
Thank you very much.
Let's say goodbye to our audience. Bye.
Bye-bye.